Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. We are in the blue review packet for Chapter 4, and we're on page 145, and we're going to check to make sure that some of these answers work in these problems. So grab a piece of scrap paper, because that is really the best way to do these problems, is to have something to write on. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper myself. So here I go, ready to math. All right. Each row across has 5 boxes. Only 3 of them contain solutions to the equation at the beginning of the row. Circle the 3 solutions. Notice the number, letter, pair above each solution you have circled. Write the letter in the box at the bottom of the page. All right, so let's just do a couple of these problems. So I'm making it a little bigger. And I'm going to test each one of these points in this problem. And I'm going to have my buddy Ty over here with me, because you know I like to use my calculator because it's a lot easier. So let's do them straight across the top here. And where's that pen I had a minute ago? I think I have misplaced my pen. No, there it is. Okay. I was a little worried about myself. Here we go. 3 times x plus y equals 7. And this first one, x is 2, y is 1. So that's the case in each one of these. In an ordered pair, and if they're in parentheses with a comma, that's an ordered pair. We are checking these ordered pairs to see if they're solutions to the equation. Oh, how do you know if they're a solution? Well, you're going to substitute where the x is. You're going to put 2 in parentheses, and where the y is, you're going to put 1. But everything else in the equation stays the same. So this is 3 times 2 plus 1 equals 7. Why did I put parentheses around the 2, but not around the 1? Ah, I got you thinking now, right? The parentheses are for when you multiply. And when you have a number next to a letter, like I do here, that's multiplication. The 3 is called a coefficient, and you multiply the coefficient times the variable x. So this is 3 times 2, which is 6. But y doesn't have a coefficient, so I don't have to put parentheses and multiply, because I just have to write it down. 6 plus 1, well, that is 7, so that is 7. So that is a solution to this equation. So this gets a circle because it's a solution. I don't even need my calculator for that one. So the next one, 3, and then that 3 in parentheses, plus, that's a negative 4, equals 7. Throwing your pens all over the place here. 3 times 3 is 9, plus negative 4 is 7. 9 plus negative 4 is 5. That is not equal to 7. None of this is equal. That's no good. That's not going to work. So I'm skipping that. On to this one. 3 times 4 plus negative 5. This feels like it's going to work a little better. Equals 7. 3 times 4 is 12, plus negative 5. 12 plus negative 5 is 7. That equals 7. This one works. So I'm just going to go along and substitute them all in. So this one is going to be 3 times 0 plus 5. Well, 3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 5. None of that is equal to 7. That's not 7. That's not going to work. That's no good. So I already know that this is going to work because it told me there were 3 answers. But I'm going to do it anyhow, just to check. 3 times negative 1 plus 10. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 10. Hey, guess what? That's 7. 3 and negative 10 is 7. That equals 7. So that one did work. All right. Now, if you do have a calculator and you don't want to write it all out, you could just, well, I'm going to fold this over because this, I'm done with that. That's all done. So this one is going to be -2. Remember, first is x, second is y, times -2 plus 1. What? Plus 1 is 4. I don't feel like this is going to work. Because -2 times -2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's not equal to 4. 5 is not 4. That's not going to work. That's no good. Now to try this one. -2 times 0 plus 4. 0 plus 4, that is 4. That does work. So this one's good. All right, let's take a look at the next one. -2 times -3 plus -2. Well, -2 times -3. Negative times negative is +6 plus -2. That is 4. That equals 4. These all equal 4. So this is an answer. 17. -1 and 5. So -2 times -1 plus 5. -2 plus 5. You know what? This is not going to work. This is going to be 3. That's not equal to 4. That is not going to work. This one, -2 times 3 is -6 plus 10. Excuse me. Well, that is 4. That'll work. -6 plus 10 is -4. That equals 4. Wait, no, that's +4. -6 plus 10 is 4. That equals 4. That one works. This is good. All right. Now, if you didn't know how to do these problems and I helped you learn how to do them, now would be a good time to stop the video and try some of the rest of the problems. And then come on back and check them with me. Okay. All right, welcome back. Let's try these problems. So, filling in the x's and the y's. 5 times 3 minus 2 times 7 equals 1. 15 minus 14 equals 1. Hey, that's true. That equals 1. That's a good one. The next one. 5 times -1 minus 2 times -3 equals 1. Squiggle, squiggle. -5, negative times negative is +6 equals 1. -5 and +6 is 1. It equals 1. Hey, that one worked too. Yay us. How about this next one? 5 times 2 minus 2 times -5. This is not going to work. 5 times 2 is 10. Negative times negative is +10. 10 plus 10, that is not equal to 1. None of this is equal to 1. I'm going to stop there. That's no good. But let's try this one. 5 times 1 minus 2 times 2. 5 minus 4. Hey, that is 1. Those are equal to 1. 1, 1, 1. That one worked. I already know this isn't going to work. You know how I know? Because they told me there were only 3 answers per line. But I am a double check person, so let's double check. 5 times -2 is -10. Minus 2 times 4 minus 8. Oh, that's not equal to 1. That's never going to equal 1. That's -18, which is definitely not equal to 1. No good. All right. Let's take a look at this next one. Oh, look, this one's different. See, these were x and y on the same side of the equal sign. This has y on the opposite side. This is a be careful problem. You know that x is the first number and y is the second number in the parentheses. So y has to go first. So this is going to be 5 equals 4 times 2 minus 1. 5 equals 8 minus 1. Is that true? No. 5 is not equal to 7. None of those are equal. That one did not work. Remember, it's x and y, and the y has to go first. So it's negative 1 equals 4 times 0 minus 1. Negative 1 equals 0 minus 1. Well, 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So negative 1 equals negative 1. So that does work. So this is a good one. Whee! Again, the x is first, the y is second. So in this particular equation, the 6 comes first. 6 equals 4 times negative 1 minus 1. 6 equals negative 4 minus 1. Wait a second. 6 is not equal to negative 5. Not equal, no good. This one. Well, both of these have to be true. You know why? Because they told me there was 3 answers per line. So that would be my 3 answers per line. So let's fill that in. 4 times negative 2. Wait a second. This is x, this is y. I started that wrong, didn't I? Y goes first. Negative 9 equals 4 times negative 2 minus 1. Negative 9 equals negative 8 minus 1. Negative 9 equals negative 9. Yep, that definitely did work. Again, I already know this is going to be a solution. And look at all this nice room I have left for a change. So x first, then y. So 3 equals 4 times 1 minus 1. 3 equals 4 minus 1. 3 equals 3. That one works. So this one works. Okay, keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh, you might notice I always fold my paper down, so it's really just what I'm working on that I'm looking at. It makes it easier for me. If it doesn't help you, don't do it. But, yeah, easier for the elderly. Ooh, look, it's a square. I'm good at squaring numbers. Obviously, I'm a teacher. I should be good at these things. But if you're not, handy-dandy calculator. Again, for this particular equation, the y comes first. So it's going to be 9 equals 3 squared. Put it in parentheses because it's multiplication. 9 is equal to 3 times 3. That's what squared means. The number times itself. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 equals 9. Yay, that one worked. Okay, let's try this one. Negative 4 equals parentheses negative 2 squared. Negative 4 equals negative 2 times negative 2. Oh no, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And negative 4 is really not the same as positive 4. So those are not equal. That one doesn't work. It looks like it should, but it doesn't. That was x, this is y, this is x, this is y. Ah, now this looks like it shouldn't work, but let's find out. 9 equals negative 3 squared. 9 equals negative 3 times negative 3. Negative times negative is positive. 9 equals 9. So this one does work. Ha-ha. X and y. So 10 equals 5 squared, parentheses around that 5, Bono. 10 equals 5 times 5. Well, 5 times 5 is 25. 10 is not equal to 25. No, that's not going to work. X and y. 1 equals negative 1 squared. Ah, I already know this has to work, right? Because 3 answers. 1 equals negative 1 times negative 1, which is positive 1. So 1 equals 1, that one worked. Whew, only 3 more problems to go, but I'm already almost out of paper. That's okay. I'm going to do these on this paper, and then I'll go do something else. Here we go. X and Y. 12 equals 2 times 3 squared plus 3. 12 equals 2 times 3 plus 3. Remember, 3 squared is 3 times itself. So 12 equals 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is, no, that's 18 plus 3. 12 is not equal to 21. None of this is working out, so this one doesn't work. Bah humbug. So 5 equals 2 times 1 squared plus 3. 1 squared is 1, so 5 equals 2 times 1 plus 3. 1 times 1 is 1, times 2 is 2. So 5 equals 2 plus 3. That's true, 5 equals 5. That works. Yay, this one worked. All right. X and Y. It looks like almost the same thing, only now my X is negative. Let's see if that works. 5 equals 2 times negative 1 squared, which is 2 negative 1 times negative 1. I just like to write it out. It's easier for me. Plus 3. Let's see. Negative times negative is positive 1. So 2 times positive 1, 5 equals 2 plus 3, and 5 equals 5, so that checks. Yay me. So this one does work. Ooh, here's an interesting one. It's got a 0 in it. Let's see what happens. So this is X and this is Y. Let's see, 6 equals 2 times 0 squared plus 3. Well, anything times 0 is 0. And if 0 is squared, that's 0 times 0. So this is 6 equals 0 plus 3. And that is not true. No good, no good, no good, no good. But let's see if this works. 11 equals 2 times negative 2 squared plus 3. So 11 equals 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, because negative 2 squared, you got to write it down twice, plus 3. All right. 11 equals 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8 plus 3. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 11 equals 11. That one worked. And as long as you remember that squared means the number times itself, you should be fine. I need more scrap paper because I have run out of the scrap paper. Oh, this is a little easier again. Here we go. Now I have X and Y back in the right order. So I like those. Those make my life easier. And let's do this first one. Now, ooh, look at that. That's negative X. I'm going to tell you right now, this is really negative 1 times X. That's a negative 1, so it's going to be negative 1 times whatever X is plus 7 times Y, in this case negative 1, equals negative 8. Negative times positive, negative 1 plus 7 times negative 1, negative 7, it's negative 8. Ah, wait a second, that's going to work. Negative 8 equals negative 8. This one is good. Oh dear, this one already has an X that's negative, so now I'm multiplying that times negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 7 plus 7 times negative 3 equals negative 8. Wow, that's a lot going on there. Negative times negative is positive 7, plus 7 times negative 3 is negative 21, equals negative 8. 7 plus negative 21 is negative 14. That is not equal to negative 8, so that's not working. Let's try this next one. Negative 1 times 8 plus 7 times 0 equals negative 8. Negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. 7 times 0 is 0. Hey, wait a second, that is going to equal negative 8. Negative 8 equals negative 8. Haha, this one did work. Now I have run out of room, and I must fold my paper a little here, so I have some more room to work. All right. So, negative 1 times negative 6 plus 7 times negative 2 equals negative 8. Negative times negative is positive 6 plus 7 times negative 2 is negative 14 equals negative 8. 6 plus negative 14. All right, so the signs are different. You subtract. 14 minus 6 is 8. 14 is larger, so it's negative 8 equals negative 8. So guess what? This one will work, which means this one won't, but I'm going to check it anyhow. Negative 1 times negative 3 plus 7 times positive 1 equals negative 8. Negative times negative, positive 3 plus 7 equals negative 8. Really? They made it so easy. 7 plus 3 is 10. That is not equal to negative 8. So that is definitely no good. All right. The last ones. Woo! 2 times x times y is 20. You're multiplying x and y times 2. So it's going to be 2 times 2 times 5. Because remember, x and y. And we're seeing if it equals 20. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 5. Last I checked, that was 20. That equals 20. So this one worked. How about this next one? 2 times negative 2 times 5 equals 20. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 times 5. Negative times positive is negative 20. That's not equal to positive 20. That didn't work. Oh, darned. Let's see if this one works. This is more interesting. So it's 2 times negative 2 times negative 5 equals 20. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 times negative 5. Negative times negative is positive 20 equals 20. Hey, that one worked. Yay. All right. 2 times negative 5 times 2 is 20. I don't think so. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 times 2. Now that's going to be negative 20 again, and that is not equal to positive 20, so that's no good. So I already know that this one is going to work. So 2, here's my x, this is my y, times negative 5 times negative 2 equals 20. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 times negative 2. It's just positive 20. Negative times negative is positive 20 equals 20. So this one worked. Phew, that's a lot of work. So what have we got going on for answers here? Write the letter at the box at the bottom of the page that contains the matching number. So here, 14W. Here's 14. I put a W. 16F. 16F. 21 is L. 4 is M. 10 is W. Lots of W's. 7 is H. I move up a little here, Bono. 13 is A. 23 is N. 1 is H. 6 is T. 18 is R. 3 is S. Now you're not going to be able to see what I'm working on because I got to shrink it down so that I can see what I'm working on. All right, 17 is E, 11 is A, 20 is O, 24 is G, 8 is E, 22 is O, 9 is R, 2 is I, 19 is S, 15 is A, 5 is O, and 12 is S. And let's see what we have here. Why was the baby Cookie sad? His mother was a wafer so long. Oh my God, his mother was a wafer so long. Why was the baby Cookie sad? His mother was. This is no good. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.